Hello and welcome to Two Man Meta. I am Mondo Spanner. This week, going to try something new, or a new type of video for me anyway. If you've ever watched like any of my other videos, you will know that I always say I'm a really bad Magic player and I'm always going to make a deck and all this other stuff. But I've got so many cards now, I kind of just get kind of lost in it. I don't really want to go onto a website and find like a deck list. I've always enjoyed like the creation part of a deck more. So what I thought I'd do was I thought I'd get a commander deck, and then in this video, just to go through the commander deck, just to open it and see what's in there. And then in the next video, on the next week's video, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to pimp this out. So I'm just going to like try and see if I can find cards that fit with the with any of the synergies that exist, pre-existing synergies within the deck, and see if I can get them to work with it. So this is really an unboxing video, but hopefully there'll be a follow-up video next week where we see exactly what's like see if I can improve the deck. And what we're going to do as well is I'm going to also open the Bloomberg Bunnies deck because Auntie Kaz is obsessed with bunnies, and then he's going to try and pimp it out with some of his old Magic cards. Because he was more of a Magic collector during the, Kaladesh, original Kamigawa blocks and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get this box open. The reason I bought this box is because on one of my previous videos, you would have seen me open a Fallout collector's box. So we get a Mothman deck box. That looks rubbish. And then we've got the deck. That's a nice card. So I did once buy a Mind Flayers deck. Anything else in here? I did once buy, look, we get a little mini booster. So I did once buy a Mind Flayers deck. So I have kind of an idea of what's in it. These life counters are pretty cool. Apparently Commander starts at 40. So Commander wasn't even a thing when I was a Ute and I used to collect Magic, but anyway, that's that. So what should we go through? So when I got the Mind Flayers deck, we got like a super thick version of the main dude. So is that still true here? It is by the looks of it. That looks like a super thick card there. So let's have a look at these cards. These are our tokens, are they? Okay, so we've got the Wise Mothman, super thick. That's a lovely foiling. It's a shame that card is so recklessly thick. Then we've got an alien, clue, zombie mutant, copy, zombie mutant, copy, zombie mutant, copy, alien, zombie mutant, radiation, zombie mutant, radiation, zombie mutant, I presume. Okay, right, so we've got a bunch of tokens there. We'll see how they work out. Right, let's open up this deck, and then I'll do this at the end and we'll see what we've got. So here we go. So I really liked my Fallout Collector booster box. I thought it was fantastic. I thought there was a lot of lands in it though, so I presume that there's going to be quite a lot of lands on these. I remember in Mind Flayers deck there was a whole bunch of lands. So I don't know where they're going to turn up. So we've got the Wise Mothman, so I'm really chuffed with that because I got that in the VATS treatment, and I also got it in foil in the VATS treatment. So that's really cool. So I can replace that card just with like a nice, like slightly funkier card. I'm going to put the tokens to one side. So, okay, the Master Transcendent. I don't think I actually pulled him out of my collector booster box. So I'm really quite happy to have him. A card that explains the rules. And then we've got loads of backwards cards. So, the Master. So, I presume in Commander decks, or I see on other videos people talking about there's always like a secondary commander, so I presume he's the secondary commander because he's got the same colours and everything else. So when he enters the battlefield, right, I'm going to read all these actually afterwards and then get into doing the deck and stuff. So we've got Jason Bright, Happy Days, didn't get him when I opened my collector box. The My Alert Queen, Piper Wright, Public Reporter, Radstorm. Well, I've definitely got that. I've got that in VATS treatment. So I'm just going to look for cards that I haven't seen before, and then cards that I know I can replace. Didn't get Hancock. Nuclear Fallout I didn't get. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Screeching Scorch Beast. Vault 12 the Necropolis. Didn't get that either. Harold and Bob I got. Oh, Lily, sweet. No, I didn't get her in my boxes, so that's cool. Power Fist, I've got a really nice version of. The Rampaging Yao Gui. Oh, I don't know how to say that. Okay, that's cool. Expensive to cast though, isn't it? When Rampaging enters the battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts or enchantments with total manual. Oh, okay, so it does loads of different things. I got this guy. This guy seems really good. Strong, the Brutish Thespian. He's got Ward 2. Enrage, whenever Strong is dealt damage, you get 3 rad counters and put 3 +1/+1 counters on Strong. And then you gain life rather than lose life from radiation. That seems like a really, really powerful thing. We've got a Tater Farmer. Watchful Radstag, I've got that. Agent Frank Horrigan. Alpha Deathclaw. I didn't get that in my other, or in my thingamajigger booster box, so that's really awesome. Atomize. Marcus the Mutant Mare, cool. Mutational Advantage. Oh, Vault 87. A Nuke Launcher. Recon Croft Theatre. Mariposa Military Base. Are we into the lands now? So does that mean that there's an absolute buttload of lands? That's going to be really interesting. So land. So, and then we've got Frey Insanity. So random lands, and then we've got cards again. So Frey Insanity, Inexorable Tide. Oh, Branch and Evolution, cool. Guardian Project, Hardened Scales, Tireless Tracker, Biomass Mutation, Casualties of War. Oh, and we've got some double cards. I don't know why I've put those on the lands. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Onto there. Oh, so those are our like enchantments and sorceries and stuff, are they? And then before that was the creatures. Okay, that makes sense. And then we've got some more sorceries and stuff here. So Find and Finality. Cool. So I bought this deck because I'm a big fan of the milling, and I think this is a mill deck, isn't it? Or it does, like, I'm sure when I read this it did stuff to do with milling, so I'm really looking forward to that. The rest of these are all lands. That's going to be insane. Nesting Ground, Sunken Hollow, Temple of Deceit, beautiful pictures. I love the tie-in with Fallout as well. It's another reason why I bought this deck. Back to creatures. Okay, Bloatfly, Infesting Radroach, Cathedral Acolyte, Glowing One, Lumbering Megasloth. That's such a cool card. I've got that in, Surge Foil. Contaminated Drink. I thought that was an interesting card when I first saw it. Nightkin Ambusher, Row, Troubleshooter, Young Deathclaws. Oh, and then we've got some Bobbleheads. That's pretty cool. So we've got Strength Bobblehead. Cultivate is another sorcery. Farseek, Harmonise, Inspiring Call, Rampant Growth, Corpse Jack Menace, Putrefy, Winding Constrictor. Got the classic Arcane Signet, which I have the Vault Boy version of that. That's cool. Contagion Clasp, Soul Ring. I've got the cool Vault Boy version of that. Talisman of Curiosity, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Resilience. Back to lands. Command Tower, that's sweet. Evolving Wilds, Mortuary Mire, Opulent Palace, Path of Anstreet, Turbler. Oh my god, there are so many. Oh, that's cool. So that adds 2 mana and it's a land, but only if you control 5 or more lands. Okay, that makes sense. And then we've got our basic lands here in the back, but with all the beautiful Fallout art. Okay, right. So that's the deck. What I'm going to do is probably I'm going to go away, read through this deck, and then I might do like an addendum or like an add-on to the end of this video where I try and describe, because now obviously I'm a bit of a Magic noob. Like what I was thinking, what might be interesting is like to get my perspective of this deck from the eyes of somebody who's coming to it like really quite fresh. I am a big fan of Mill, admittedly. But yeah, I'm really interested to see what the synergies are within the deck and see if I can clock them. And then think about any cards that I've got already that I can replace cards in this deck with, or maybe like use them to like improve those synergies or make them more consistent. Right, let me just open this booster, and then this part of the... Oh my god, this is going to be well difficult to open. Sorry kids, I needed to get my teeth out there. Right, so this... Okay. Let's see what we get. I did get a serialised bobblehead in my original what's it called? Collector box. But I don't think they exist in these. If they do in these little piddly boosters, then that would be quite shocking. So anyway, let's see where we go. Awesome, we get an advert to start off with. Adios. My Alert Queen, which we'd already got in here. And then a tireless tracker. So we got two pretty average. I was going to say pump, but they're not really that rubbish. They're just standard cards, aren't they? They're not mythics, or they're just like, rares or whatever. So cool. Okay, right. So that's the end of this part of the video. And then what I'll do in the next part of the video is I'll come back and I'll try and tell you about any of the synergies that I've clocked as a fairly new player to, or like, returning player to Magic. Because up until this point, all I've really done is crack box, crack packs, and just enjoyed, like cool pulls, basically. But I would really like to get into playing the game.
If you enjoyed this episode of Two Man Matter, don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with videos every week. And check the link in the description below for links to our social media and for ways to help support the channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode.